Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brave Gal. I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully we're gonna get this Legend of Zelda Randomizer for Link to the Past finished on this session. We'll see how it goes. We left off last time most of the way through the Swamp Palace here. The issue being that I missed a key before I put the water up, and I'm pretty sure that that meant I needed to re-drain here. Start basically from scratch as far as that goes. As far as overall goes, should have, what is it, three crystals, almost 4. We need to do Eastern Palace, Palace of Darkness, Turtle Rock, and the Swamp Palace. The only major item I'm missing right now is the bow, although I only have a Master Sword and Green Tunic. So yeah, it's been an interesting run. We'll go with that. And I did at least get the Master Sword eventually. Apparently I'm really bad at using my shield. I don't remember which one it was offhand. Nope, not that one. I'm pretty sure it's the next one. There's like another similar little hallway. And I do have a fairy in a bottle, so I shouldn't die from this, but I will try to... We'll try to find something here. I'm really hoping for the bow, although at this point I would settle for something like a tunic upgrade or another bottle, so I can prevent the infernal beeping from happening as often as it has been. I may also need to go back to the Skull Woods later. I didn't get all the treasure chests there, probably about half, but it's a very key-dense dungeon, so there's not a ton of potential treasures there. I'm glad I was right. As far as that part went there, that was where I thought the key was. Let's see. This should be a heart. Oh, good. So now we can finish the rest of Swamp Palace. Which is not super long. Like I said, we got most of it done the first time. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I don't think there are any chests in this area. Just the secret passage here. I've always kind of hated this little section here, just because there's not a really good way to defend yourself from those guys while you're in the water. I am going to go up here, because I think there's some more hearts, although I'm going to probably take another hit coming back through. A little bit of everything. I'll take it. Aha! I was evasive. I'm gonna need the hook shot for this. This isn't a super... I don't think of this guy as being a super hard boss. Without the gold sword, he's a little time-consuming. But Mastered and Tempered both take 2 hits per little fluff ball. Okay. That was kind of weird. There we go. That's right. I'm pretty sure I knew that was going to be the compass at that point. Which is too bad, but we'll take what we can get. And we need the crystal either way, so... But that should mean we've got everything there. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what the best way to do this is. Honestly, I think Palace of Darkness might be the next best bet. I can't finish it, but I can do most of it. There's a lot of chests that are pretty close to the beginning there. Another option is just to grab that first section of Thieves Town, which is another fairly easy altogether area. Oh, that's right, I was gonna check. Okay. Yeah, that's not happening right now. Yeah, Palace of Darkness has a good number of chests before you need the bow. Same thing with Eastern Palace, so basically the idea is to go here in the Dark World first, so that I can mirror and do the other half later. Or right afterwards, basically. And I should be able to just flip back and forth. Ugh. Stupid monkey. I figure it's a good, safe area If this doesn't work, we'll go back over and probably grab the early part of Thieves Town and maybe and go back into Skull Woods. Okay, I think this is the right way. I always get mixed up on the quick way to do the entrance to this level. Yes, this is correct. I think it is this corner. Okay, we're gonna go up here next. Hopefully get this right. Oh wait, we need another small key before we do that section. That needs a small key too. Okay. That's right. Okay. Sorry, I'm really not used to routing on some of these. Okay, so now that we've got a small key, we can go back here. Go down here. Should give access to this. Which gets us another chest. Which lets us drop down back down here to get us another chest. At least when I get the bow, I'm gonna have enough arrows to last me a lifetime. So let's just go down here. I guess you need the bow sooner than I thought. I forgot how or when that came up. Okay. That would have come out to that top area there, but we can go back the other way. That's fine. It's a little less efficient, but we'll live. We'll live. I might just switch over and do... no. We'll do this top half, and then we'll go switch to Eastern. Assuming we don't find the bow. don't have the big key or the small key. We need to keep going that way. There's a small key. We'll get the 2 chests down here. Another small key. Big key, awesome. Come back out over here, go back around. Helmosaurs respawn? No. Okay, we'll stop by over here real quick. Again, if we didn't have the lamp, this part would all be in the dark. Like, completely in the dark. I like that little decision for them to quasi-block off another area. If you know what you're doing, you can still get through it, but it's not easy, and I think that's a kind of a neat thing. Got most of the intro stuff there. Let's see where this takes us. That's what I thought. And go back over to this side because we can get pretty much all but one treasure chest here. I'm gonna be a little frustrated if it ends up that the bow was in this palace the whole time, but at that point I'll be more relieved than anything. Let's go shot just to be safe. I don't want to accidentally mirror out. Big key right off the bat. Awesome. There are pots underneath that platform there, in case you were not aware. I do not know the trick for this next room. I know there is one. It involves somehow like hitting the skeletons as or like before they spawn. Huh. Okay, I kind of did it. There's supposed to be 3 or 4. Blue mail. That's really nice. That was very much needed. We can just go complete the level, but there are some more chests down here. And it's not like it's that long. I mean, it's the first level. It's not as short as, I mean, some of the other ones can be really short, especially if you already have the items you need. But this one's pretty darn short. And we're almost to the point where if we don't have the bow, we can't go any further anyway, so... And that should be it. I'll have to come back to both of those later. I really hope it's not in Turtle Rock. That's about my magic. That's where I'm at right now. That's the magic word is please don't let it be in Turtle Rock. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything big. I mean, I know there's the pendant dungeons that I haven't done. We'll get at least a quick look at that. May just go through Thieves Town. It's not like it's a long dungeon. And actually with the, now that I've got the mirror, it should be a little faster too. So yeah, there's 4, oh nice, big key right away. There's 4 chests here in this front area before you get into the, like, the real part of the palace. And that's kind of, like, regardless of whether this is a required dungeon, it's never a bad idea to just jump in and quick do those. Because they're pretty close to the entrance, you know, you just go through these. I mean, technically it's in 3 rooms, but, you know, 3-4 rooms. I am bonking a lot right now. Quake. And I know where the 3rd medallion is, so we're good there. That's not a good sign that that was a heart piece. I'm just gonna go ahead because this is a, like I said, it's not a long dungeon by any means. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I can do most of this dungeon. Debating. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just do it. I was gonna say, I could do the downstairs and just leave the upstairs alone. I mean, I don't need to fight blind, so I could do that. But it's not like blind's a super hard fight. It's actually one of the bosses that it matters the least what sword you're using, because it always takes 3 hits per head, regardless. Yeah. That's not a good sign. The reason that's not a good sign is because those 2 chests were... because I found that heart piece and the arrows, and I have not found the map yet, there's a good chance that I'm not going to find the bow here. Or anything else. But there's only a couple more chests. It's not a long dungeon. We've got the hammer, we've got the big key. Let's go do it. Okay. That was just me being extremely dumb. Wow. Okay. I'm awake now. That's a trap room. There's no point to it whatsoever. This is one of those things, you can do this whole dungeon without the hammer, but if you don't have the hammer, you have to come back for that chest, potentially. And again, 20 rupees is not what we want to see in that chest. That means that, or that's another slot that could have been the bow or something like that, so. Let's see, we've got, and we don't have the map, so, I'm not gonna do it. We don't need to beat Blind. Blind has the map. Misery Mire and the Ice Palace are the two dungeons that I haven't checked. Which, anyone who's watched my previous runs knows that those are my favorite dungeons ever. So, with that, we're diving into Skull Woods to finish it off. There's a few relatively... I mean, it's not like it's that bad, it's just... the layout in this dungeon's just weird. Pretty sure I'm getting close to the full arrow cap. Part of the trick with this dungeon is key management. It's one of those ones where you don't need to use all the keys to get everything. So, you can end up having a much quicker run with that in mind. Yeah. And honestly, at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and use a key, because I've got 3 left and 1 room left to check. I think I'm gonna go out this way. Yeah. This... There's one here. Already done that one? I've already done that one. Okay, this is the one that's left. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I know there's a way to do this. There we go. That's not even a chest room. already get all the chests? I must have already gotten all the chests. Okay. I only missed 2 on my first run. That's actually a little unfortunate. Okay, I don't think I had the mirror the first time I went through here. Oh wait, no, I still don't have the book. Okay, well, the options are Turtle Rock, Ice Palace, I'm trying to think if there's other... Oh, no, 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 you go away. That was me being absolutely terrible at this game, apparently. I'm probably missing some overworld spots, too. I know because I didn't have the mirror initially. There's probably a few spots that you have to cross over with the mirror to get that I didn't get yet. I got that one when I was doing the chest. That was not what I was trying to do. Can't do the bomb shop. Got that cave. Just so I don't need to worry about it. I don't have the book, so I can't do the 2 medallion, the 2 medallion tablets. Well, I mean, it's not my first choice, but it's, again, with the items I've got, it's not going to be a super long dungeon, so I guess I'll do what I can. Make it as fast as possible. Whoa. I must have bumped the button on my controller. It's got a turbo. I'm not using it for anything, but... If you were not aware, as I was not for most of my life, you can influence your direction on the ice by swinging your sword. It's kinda neat. Okay, this one we don't actually need to clear. I always feel like I need to clear it, and it's just right here. That's all we need to do. Because the only thing past it is the exit to the lower floors. That's one of the other tricks that I'd like to figure out at some point. You can kill both of the skeletons there with one bomb. It's kind of neat. That's right. Ugh. Got the cane, so I don't need to go around twice anyway. Or the staff, rather. If you have the Staff of Samaria when you get here, it is faster, we'll say. The key, perfect timing. Not gonna bother with the bomb there, because we can do that clip. That'll save a little bit of time. And again, we don't need to push those blocks, so that's right. It's this one? Since we've got the Staff of Samaria, you don't actually need to push the blocks down from the upper floor, which means the blue pegs don't need to go down. So you save yourself that second loop through the dungeon, which is usually where I get frustrated with this dungeon anyway. And I think I want to say this dungeon is the green pendant. So if I go through and actually don't find everything that I'm looking for right away, I will probably still fight Cold Stare, because the green pendant lets you get an item from Sahasrara, so that's an extra one that we can get. The lack of a compass makes me think we might not need to go fight Cold Stare for that, but I forgot to pull the skeleton or the tongue there. There's the compass. Looks like we're fighting Cold Stare. That means that the boss has an item, for sure. Now, that might not be an item that's useful, but it's an item. I think I want to say, is there a key in this? No, I thought there was a key for some reason. My bad. Also, if you hadn't already noticed it, and it kind of goes without saying, the hookshot one-shots those penguins, which is kind of neat. And I think we're good. We'll get quick ferry here. If you've got the staff, you don't need anything else there. You don't need to do that second loop through the dungeon that way. One Bombos frees him from the ice. Oh, well, at least I was right about it being the green pendant. I did not want a heart container right there. If you're wondering why I'm putting off Turtle Rock, it's because Turtle Rock is really out of the way. And having to go up there twice is... I mean, we've already gone up to Death Mountain once. We don't want to have to go up there more than we have to. It's a long ways. If you... Okay, so we're gonna stop by Sahasrala's house. I'm gonna empty my jar here. Wait, I got an empty one? I thought all the jars had stuff in them in the randomizer. In the past, I've never seen one that was empty, so maybe that got added in recently. Oh my gosh. So, do we check Misery Mire? Or Turtle Rock next? I just had a realization. I don't think I got the bottom, or I don't think I got the basement chest in Tower of Hera. I guess we'll find out. It's kind of on the way anyway, and it gives me another thing to check. Yeah, I'm almost positive I didn't do this yet this time. Darn it. There we go. Little trick there. While you are on a peg, it continuously triggers your invincibility frames. And if you're far enough onto the peg when you do that, you don't need to go back. I probably knew that was the compass already, and that might have been why I didn't go back. But I was right that I didn't go back, at least. That makes me feel a little bit better. And before I get too much further, I have the mirror. I can just walk out. And since I'm up here anyway... That was rupees? Yep. Okay. And it was Quake anyway. I don't think Bo can be in... No, Bo can't be in Ganon's palace. Because you need it for the other dungeons. I mean, I think there might be like one other room that I didn't do in Palace of Darkness. And then I've got Misery Mire. I mean, I guess if I was wrong about my count in Thieves Town, but I'm almost positive I was right there. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. It's faster to go the other way. Another neat little trick. That one's not working. Big key right off the bat, that's nice. I guess at least there's a few potential weird chests in Turtle Rock it could be in, and I need to do it anyway, so we'll have to be thorough. Crap, does the Mimic Cave... That's not a required area. forget a key? Am I forgetting a room in here? I would not be surprised if Mike is yelling at me right now. For those of you who do not know, the Mike that I reference on occasion here is a good friend and the one who introduced me to these randomizers. He's also the one who posts the comments on my wall in, like, all caps and is generally obnoxious about the Zelda things I get wrong. All in good fun, of course. At least it better be. He's also why I know how to pronounce Sahasrara now. Although I still think it's more fun to call him Shabadingo or various other incorrect pronunciations. I think it's this one first. I always forget with this. Mirror Shield. Mirror Shield is really not a great item, if you're not aware. It's kind of weird how something that's supposed to be this, you know, the best shield. Shields in general in this game are kind of hit and miss. No pun intended. And the Mirror Shield does not add that much to what you can block. The main thing is those lasers. But like it still doesn't stop like BMO statues, I want to say. And a few other things, so I mean, it's nice. But it's not really that essential. Okay, we are gonna go outside here. And there are two reasons. One, it gets us the big chest. And two, there is a hidden room. You have to use the mirror. I have no idea if this works. Obviously, you're normally supposed to have arrows for this. No? Well, I genuinely do not know if there's another way to kill those guys. And I can't get close enough to them with a sword. Maybe there's a way to do that and I'm just doing it wrong, but I guess I'll take my chances. I am not remembering for sure which way is the correct way. That lag. That was impressive. That's the weird roller room. Just so it's clear, I am aware that I am terrible at this. Yeah, I thought I had a pattern. I need to... Is it right here? Oh. This one, then. Yep, there we go. Ugh. That almost worked the way I wanted it to. We're getting bombed with lag again. Okay, so good news is that does mean the boss has an item. We're gonna go out and back in. The main reason we're doing that at this point is in case something happens, if I die, that's the point I'll come back to. Not that I'm planning on dying, I am just self-aware enough to realize it's a possibility. Oh, I do not know how many hits this guy takes with the Master Sword per side, so we'll have to see how that goes. We're doing the Ice Head first. Because he leaves a permanent trail on the ground of ice that lasts for the whole rest of the fight. Oh. Okay, I didn't know he could do that. Okay. Hopefully this will be pretty straightforward, and I do have a fairy in a jar if I'm remembering correctly. If I don't, then the fairies I got earlier I should have been putting in jars. And I apologize. There we go. Trinex. Oh my gosh. Well, this has already been a bit of a session. Oh my gosh. Oh, crap, I did not have a fairy. Good to know. Now I know for next time. That's where the rock is. I'm gonna do a couple just quick little things here. Then I'm gonna actually take a break because this has already been a reasonably long session, all things considered, and I want to break it up appropriately. I'm pretty sure this is longer than my last run, and that's not necessarily a good thing, because my last run was not great. I think it ended up at 2.5 or so, and this one's... I'm probably getting relatively close to that already. I don't know my exact times for my videos, so... Again, crystals 5 and 6 are what you are required to get the red bomb. It's a pretty straightforward thing, but it's another one that, you know, if you're looking for things as far as picking the order you're doing your dungeons, if you have an opportunity to do 5 and 6 early, you may have access to an item that you need for one of the other dungeons, like the bow. I really hope that this is the bow. If it is not, I'm thinking it might be Book of Medora, which is required to get a couple things. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, in keeping with my love of this game, looks like I need to do Misery Mire. So, I'm gonna save and quit. And you can hear me getting really frustrated with Misery Mire next time. Give me a like and subscribe. This is Zelda Randomizer. Let me know if there's anything else that you would like to see, and we'll catch you next time.